Alright, so this is our day 4 of this journey, and today is the second integration day. And today we will automate push notification. We will integrate Telegram with our workflow. We will integrate Slack in a complete round cycle. But before this, we talk about data and the expressions, and we will be more familiar with the JSON format because these are important to understand to continue in this journey, and we will use them while working with n8n. Although this will be just at a high level at this time, we won't go much deeper. Alright, so we have to understand that everything n8n that is flowing like data, that is in the structured format, and we use JSON for that. मीन्स चाहे एपीआई से डेटा फ्लो हो रहा हो या स्प्रेडशीट से, चाहे इनपुट्स हो या फिर आउटपुट्स हो, n8n के अंदर ये सब कुछ जेसन फॉर्मेट में होता है. माइट बी दैट सम ऑफ यू दैट ऑलरेडी फैमिलियर विद जेसन, लाइक हो सकता है आपने एपीआई या प्रोग्रामिंग में ऐसे यूज किया हो. मे बी सम ऑफ यू already working in JavaScript, and maybe that for some people it is completely new. So this session is little basic so that everyone comes at the same platform. Before we proceed in the today's integration, so JSON is JavaScript object notation, and this is actually a very simple format for the structured data, and that is why ये easily understandable है by the humans and by the machines as well. एंड इसीलिए ये वाइडली यूज होता है फॉर द ऑटोमेशंस एंड वर्कफ्लोज. तो स्टार्ट करते हैं एंड वी विल कवर 4 इंपॉर्टेंट टर्म्स ऑफ जेसन. ऑलराइट, सो द फंडामेंटल कंसेप्ट ऑफ जेसन इज अ की एंड अ वैल्यू पेयर. मीन्स इट डिस्क्राइब्स द डेटा इन अ की एंड अ वैल्यू पेयर. मीन्स हर एक डेटा 2 पार्ट्स में होगा. एक होगा पैरामीटर जिसे हम की बोलेंगे, एंड सेकेंड होगा वैल्यू मीन्स डेटा. मीन्स parameter and data means key and value. Simple. For example, first name Naresh, last name Dobal, age 40, address Gurgaon. Key and a value pair means parameter and its data. Now ये जो data है, that can be a string, that can be a number, that can be a Boolean, or even it can be any other type of data. So that is called key and a value pair. Next is object, means JSON object, or JSON object is a bunch of key value pair, means a collection of a key value pair called a JSON object. This you can say like a dictionary, like you say that identity of a person. So I need first name, then last name, then age, then gender, then profession, then address. Right? So these are all different key value pairs, and if you keep all of them together, then it is called JSON object. All right, don't worry, we will see the examples in some time and it will be very much clear to you. So the next is array, and the array means number of things or the list of things, like items in your cart, list of fruit, list of everything. And the next is nesting, and this will be widely used. So nesting means that one thing inside the another, means एक आइटम के अंदर more items, एंड ये कुछ भी हो सकता है, लाइक एक जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट जिसके अंदर एक दूसरा जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट है, और इवन बहुत सारे जेसन ऑब्जेक्ट हो सकते हैं, की वैल्यू पेयर हो सकते हैं, अरेज हो सकते हैं. So let's quickly see some of the example of each item. So starting with the key and a value pair. So as I said that we have the parameters and we have the data for it. So how we will represent this in JSON? Simple. Key colon value. For example, name colon Naresh. So name is a key and Naresh is a value. And this is a string here. So it is name colon Naresh means key colon value. Next example, age colon 40. So this is integer here. Next example, building AI, true. So this is Boolean here. Next example, place colon null. So null is a valid value here in JSON, and this means empty. It can be different in different programming languages, but in JSON it is null. Okay, now remember these few important things here. So number one, that whenever you see the data inside the double quotes, this means that it is a string or a text. Like here, name, nourish. So this is a string. Second, numbers are straight, means there is no double quotes with the numbers or integers. Next is Boolean. So it is either true or false, and they are in the lower case, like you see in the examples here. And the fourth one is null. And this is a special value. And this is completely valid and acceptable value in JSON format. And this means empty. Alright, so quick brief. So strings will always be in double quotes. Numbers are straight. Booleans will be true and false in the lower case. And use null if there is no value. And one important thing, that when you name your key, then do not give the space between two words. Instead, use underscore, like we did in the third example, building underscore AI. So we used underscore, not space. And this is a good practice. And it is not because JSON does not allow this. JSON allows spaces, but sometimes it can create a problem. So why we should take that is better just avoid the spaces. Alright, now coming to the JSON object. So as I said that JSON object is a collection of multiple key value pairs, right? So it starts with the curly bracket. Means whenever you see the curly brackets, means you are in JSON object. And now you can have multiple key value pairs inside it. For example, start the curly brackets, then name, then colon, and the value, nourish, comma, age, colon, 40, comma, building AI, colon, true, again, comma. Next is place, colon, null, and now there is no comma. And finally, bracket close. So remember that we have to use comma after each key value pair. But for the last one, there is no comma. Means this is the end of JSON object. And finally, it is closed with a curly bracket. And that's complete our JSON object. Now, important thing. As you see in the example, that every line that is started after few spaces, and that is called indentation. And this is a good practice to use the indentation because this improves the readability. You see that we can read this very easily. We can understand it very easily. Like what is the key? What is the value? Everything is very clear, right? So this is recommended, but it is not mandatory in JSON. If you want, you can write everything in one single line. And that is completely fine too. For machines, it really doesn't matter that if you have structured like this or not. It only read commas in the format. So we use commas after each element, but we do not use it for the last element, right? Alright, so next is array, and I am sure that you know about this. So this is a collection of items, and it starts with the square bracket. Means if you see that anything that is starting with the square brackets, you can always think of arrays. So we can have multiple elements in the array, and they are also separated with the commas. So this is the array of colors like red, yellow, green. So it is in square bracket. Then element, then comma, then next element, then comma, and then next element. And finally, bracket close. Next example. This is an array of numbers like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now the third example, and that is different because you can also have the mixed type of element like strings, numbers, booleans like that. So it can be red, 10, true. Means color, quantity, and availability. And you can also write the elements in the multiple rows like bracket start, then red, comma, then next line, 10, true in the next line, then finally bracket close. So you can use the elements of this array as a value for some parameter. Like in the card, you have selected a red color. So it might be like selected color is red for your car. All right, now the final one, and that is nesting. And as we said, that nesting means one thing inside the another. So look at this example. That is the square bracket start, then the curly bracket start, name Naresh, age 40, then the bracket close, curly bracket, then the next curly bracket start, then name Harish, age 30, then the curly brackets close, and then the square brackets close. So here we have two objects, and that is inside the array. You can visualize this, right? So we have two objects. Number one inside the first curly bracket, that is name Naresh, age 40. And we have second object, name Harish, age 30. And both of these objects are part of an array. So you see the square brackets at the start and at the end of this array. Means we have array, and inside it we have two objects, and that is nesting. You can also write this in two lines, like bracket start, square bracket, then name Naresh, comma age, colon 40, bracket closed, curly bracket, then comma, then name Harish, age 30, curly brackets closed, and finally the array is closed. Now you can read this very easily, right? Another example. So look at this. This is the address with multiple fields. Like we have building name, then we have city name, and then we have country name. And you can also add more fields. So it is bracket start, building, tag space, comma, city, Gurgaon, comma, country, India, bracket close. So this is the object, right? And we have three keys and three values here. And now we can use this whole object as an element into the another object, like this. Name Naresh, age 40, address, then the whole bunch of objects, that is building, tag space, city, Gurgaon, country, India, and then both the brackets are closed. So what you see here, that we have one object that has some key value pairs like name Naresh is 40, and then we have address as the key, and the value of this is another object that we have copied from the top section, and the value of this address is not a text, even it is not an array, even numbers, but it is a complete object. And this is the mini object which have its own key value pairs like building, city, and the country. And this is the part of the bigger object where we have name, age, and address. And now the whole thing, this can be used as another object for some database which is managing the profile. So this is called nesting, means one object inside the another one. Alright, so hopefully this concept is clear. If not, then please watch this video once again, because we are going to use these concepts in today's integration. Alright, so let's finish here and prepare for the integration.